Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy V Diz the Rockstar.
I am Werds Illah.
I'm D Baker. What's up? I got a bunch of aliases, but
You got a bunch of aliases. Go through run a couple of aliases. Let people know, man.
You know, that's what I go by in these streets.
Okay.
AKA DBL, AKA that's probably it, really.
Okay.
Dad,
So,
That's
cool.
Let's go. Turn it down a little bit. Let's get to it, then.
Yeah.
All right, so here tonight we're going to talk about Power Season 5, Episode 7, called...
Goes ahead and confesses her situation is like, well, I'm going to get Silver to cover this whole situation with Tariq up and everything because he loves me. And he's loved me more than you ever would, Ghost.
And that's what happened last week, if you guys didn't see it.
Exactly. So she's in the elevator leaving. That's how
Spoilers from last week.
That's how we open up the scene, basically.
And what happened during that first scene is when we first started watching it, I paused it. And part of this is because we didn't go over it last week when Mr. CMP, Mr. 4.0 was not here because he was busy. And
prior engagement.
One of the things that I thought would happen was that when Tasha talks to Silver, I thought the possibility would be that if Silver agrees to testify to that his catch would be like, well, hey, if I do this, then you need to go and leave with me. Like we're gonna be done with all this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she's really trying to pigeonhole him, in a way, put him in a position where he's his back is against the wall, and he's not built like that. Silver's not that guy.
He's not the guy.
He's just not.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been here last week. And if you would have asked me last week, would he have gone through with it? I'd have told you.
Yeah.
No way. No way he's gonna take this for her because like I said during the episode, he cares so much about his job.
He does.
You know what I mean? He does. Not for no.
He's not giving Tosh the yes, and Tosh is giving him the puppy dog face. Yeah. And it's really, really cute and all, but I don't think he really does. He actually agree and say oh, hey, it's like an unanswered question.
She mistaken him for somebody else, and I think he did too.
And then we found later on, I don't know how you guys do this.
Yeah, man,
but later on,
you want to go.
You know what I mean? We find out exactly his true colors when Ghost addresses him about sticking to his word, because he does agree to agree with going through whatever she's saying until he approaches them and gives them an incentive like, listen, you're going to do it or else.
Right.
So what happened after that?
Yeah, it's good. So your night's on, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a slight jump. That's kind of towards...
It's a little bit of...
It's kind of towards wrapping up the episode.
But we find out true color.
Basically. And we also see Teresi battling with his, thing with Tommy. And I guess he finally just directly comes out and says that Tommy is his son, because I was under the impression that he was saying that's not really his son.
Yeah, I was a little confused about that.
So when he comes and tells Connie that, I'm thinking hold on, okay, what? How does that,
And she already knew anyway.
Yeah, and she's like, I already knew it. So I don't know, that's a little confusing to me. But you see Tommy and Teresi do that murder of, what's the guy's name?
Starts with an R.
Romano.
Killed Romano. So
let's talk about that scene.
That was a while.
So the scene goes from them having a meeting, supposed to get some money from Romano.
Yep. And
when Teresi gets the briefcase, he shakes it and he's like, oh, this doesn't feel right.
Something not right.
So he turns, puts the briefcase on the table, and the one dude already starts getting up on him, trying to stop him from doing it. Teresi opens the briefcase. There's money in it. He's like, yeah, that's good. And then he moves some of the money out the way and opens the back of the briefcase, and there's little plates, bricks in them, weights in them.
Yeah, pretty much like weights, like paper weights or something.
Make the bag feel heavy.
Yo, exactly. I just thought of that. What's cool about that is it's almost like Teresi did it again, because remember the other episode, he didn't execute Tommy or the other guy because he said it didn't feel right. The gun didn't feel right. So they kind of did it again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is cool. That is pretty cool.
So let's talk about the torture. Let's talk about the torture and how they're all having a good time about it, having jokes about it. They're using the dude's own tools on him in his own garage.
Yeah.
That sucks for sure.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
the last thing you expect
how
when
about
you buy tools.
I choke you with your own like extension cord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab your knee and drill it with your own drill.
Oh man! Then what did he say? Tommy said he was like, because he was about to drill him into the floor. He was like, whoa, hold on. Are you sure you don't have anybody else on the inside or something?
I've been locked up for a long time.
So I've been locked up for 25 years. Of course, I have other people.
Then they're all smiling, going right back to it.
Oh, man.
Torture. Fucked up.
Fun times for murderers.
What did Courtney Kemp say at the very end when she's explaining? She's like, yeah, it's like the same thing as like when you go on a fishing trip.
It's the exact same thing.
And
she says it. It's the exact same thing.
And a metaphor. You know,
that's a metaphor.
As a metaphor.
But because she compared it to playing catch. She was like, that's their version of playing catch.
It's like playing catch. It's like playing catch.
That's the family business. It's now we murder people. That's
the same thing.
So, man, that was deep. Oh man. And then this whole thing with Rashad and Ghost, man.
Oh, you beat me by 1 second. That's gonna be the next scene I was gonna talk about.
Rashad and Ghost, man. Them two, man. They keep going at it, man. I mean, because Rashad just keeps overstepping his bound, and then we basically come to find out when Ghost meets with, what's the guy's name that he meets with that works with Rashad? It's another one of his proteges or somebody of that nature. Comes to Ghost and basically tells him like, oh, so you didn't know? He's like, what? He's like, he's been skimming off the top for years of the project, that you've been doing. So, that got deep for a second, and then he approaches Rashad comes to him.
That gave Ghost some leverage.
Yeah, so Ghost basically brings that information to him. Has it recorded, plays it.
I love the dynamic in the show. Every time I watch the show, I always notice some sort of power dynamic shift from one person in one scenario to another.
Courtney Kemp, man, she's extremely smart. She's definitely very well thought out, methodical tactician when it comes to setting these scenes up and putting these characters.
She seems like she's just as excited as like creating it to be watching it as a viewer, just like us.
Exactly. So what they've been doing, man, and Kanan, man, the things he's pulling off, man, the things that he's being able to get, man. 2-Bit spilled the whole kit and caboodle to this guy.
He gave the spoilers.
He gave everything up.
All the spoilers.
All the information. So Kanan knows everything now. Kanan is aware of all the different angles, and he knows what's going to happen, and so he switches the whole thing up.
The whole plan that Ghost had.
He twists the whole plot. Changes it all up. He gets in there. He kills the Jimenez.
But it works for his favor.
Yeah, he gets in there.
He's in with the Serbians.
Exactly. So let's tell them a little bit more about it. So there's supposed to be the plan where the Serbians supposed to be showing up to a party.
No, this is the Jimenez.
Oh, the Jimenez.
Well, not Jimenez. It's just Diego.
Well, let's talk about that. Well, since we're still talking about the whole Kanan thing, so let's talk about. So they were in the car, and then they had the meeting. Kanan and
basically 2-Bit or Francis.
He called Francis.
Is having a conversation with Kanan in the car, and basically gives him all the information about what Dre is planning,
all of it,
and about what this whole thing is and whatnot. So Kanan is like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. We about to flip the script on him. I'm gonna kill Diego. I'm killing them in it. So. It basically that's how it plays out. Yeah. He gets into there. He's in there in the club before they get in there because Dre sets up a private party for them, like you said. And when he walks in there,
the club is empty, but there's the music playing. There's drinks. There's like fetish stuff, sex toy stuff everywhere. Trail to the pussy, to the pussy. It said it.
To the pussy.
That's what it says. That's what it said.
The pussy. And they both get like a quick little sip of some champagne. Mm-hmm. They open up these double doors, and Kanan pops out with the double barrel.
Dead.
Both of them catch it. They both dead.
And then right after that, Kanan has the meeting with
the Serbs.
Yeah, Serbian.
He meets with
he brings them
a duffel bag.
He brings them a bag. But wait, he spoiled the spoilers.
I'm sorry.
I was building it up.
I just went right for it.
So with the Louis Vuitton bag, with some heads in it.
I don't know.
With some heads in it.
If you saw the scene before. When he killed him, he pulled out some tools, and it had a hatchet in it. So
he had a hatchet. So he cut the head off.
Disposing bodies and equipment.
And basically, he just directly said it to him. I'm trying to take Tommy's position. And he's like, well, you got to put work in. I can't just let you take that position. I got to see that happen. So he's like, you going to take Tommy out? He's like, well, Ghost and Tommy will take each other out. He's like, well, if you can pull that off, then that's the work to me that you need to put in,
That was interesting line.
So that was definitely deep right there, man. Oh man, But hold on, let's talk about when Tommy keeps breaking into Angela's house. You know? He broke into her house again.
No, he said he texted her and said, "Meet me at your spot."
Yeah, at your place. And when she walks in, he's sitting on the couch,
eating her chips and stuff, or eating like just going through her shit.
Oh man! And then when he pops up in the car, and we find out that Angela is just as conniving and as diabolical as Ghost is.
She's fucked up
because she's trying to set up a hit for Mock to get killed.
Yeah.
And she almost gave it up in the car when Tommy wanted the information on who the person is.
Yeah, but she let back and said she's trying to figure out another situation that we may not have to do that. But
I think what's been going on with them is good. Like when Tommy and Angie have screen time, it's pretty good. Like parts of the show, like really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of information that you get from that. You know, when they meet together, they kind of give you a lot more about little things that maybe you weren't paying attention to at first. And when they get together, you're like, oh yeah, well if they do this, this is gonna happen because of that, and they're involved with these. And then Proctor too, the things that he comes in and he might get information about, you know, something that you didn't remember, and it kind of brings you back like, oh snap, what if she says something or he said, like so many people that if one person snitches or says something, it could be bad for everybody. You know, any instant somebody could be in trouble.
Yeah. She's in deep water, man. Angela,
good episode.
But even besides tonight, like the last couple episodes, like when Tommy and Angie, they've had some like sequences together, like which is more so like Tommy breaking into Angie's house. Like they've had some screen time on the last few episodes, more than one scene.
Yeah, I believe their relationship's going to get a lot deeper as it progresses.
But I think we have to get to the meat of the bones. This episode could have just been called "Everybody Fucking." It could have just been called that. I mean, everybody got some cutty. Everybody getting some cutty, except for Dre. Dre don't ever get no cutty, yo.
He doesn't get lucky.
That's why. That makes
you gotta feel for the guy.
He's gonna get some cutty.
Like, you know,
wait. It might have been because his outfits were decent this week. Dre's dressing wasn't.
I mean, he has to top that red suit.
He didn't top the red suit yet. He didn't top the red suit
or something like that. Yeah,
his dressing was. It wasn't the red suit, but it was better than the episode after the red suit.
Okay.
So we got a little better, but not really better.
Yeah. So
anyways, I'm sorry, guys. Talk to everybody's fucking right.
So
get that out the way.
The duel scene together. You see Angela and Ghost are fucking, and you see Silver and Tasha are fucking, and then after that you see Tommy. He ended up fucking Lala. And then
and he made her cereal the next morning
in the show. We can't
call Keisha.
Her
Yeah, sorry, that was bad.
He was fucking Lala.
He was a fucking lie. He was fucking Keisha.
He made her cereal,
and they didn't fuck anyway. You just saw them kissing. So really,
he made her breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And then he made.
They implied that you got some. Stay the night.
All right. Let's talk about Tariq and Kanan.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's Tariq. Interesting relationship, man. Because
they have some of the best screen time together too.
Be a gangster, man.
He does. He's down for it now. He got that message from his dad, and he didn't even reply back. And then he called Kanan immediately.
He thought about replying, was about to, then he didn't.
And then he called Kanan. And so Kanan's like, man, I knew you'd make the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
So they hang out. They hang out. They play chess and they talk a little bit.
Yeah.
And then eventually Tariq's like, I want you to teach me how to hustle.
Yeah.
Be a hustler like you.
Yeah. I want to be like you.
Like you.
Like you.
Yeah. Yeah. So man, it's getting deep with, you know, every character again every week, but this week alone, man, this is a lot. This is a lot. Like we were saying, I think last episode, like I said, either last episode was the climax episode or this was, but I think this was because there's a lot turning really fast.
I thought last episode
and we see how this episode ends, how it gets to where you see Ghost is basically saying, like, if anybody's going to take the blame for this, because Tasha brings the gun out. She says she kept it for basically insurance purposes in case something got this far along.
So 1 second behind that. So Ghost and Angie are having dinner.
Yes.
Because Ghost messaged Angie like, hey, let's celebrate, you know, dinner at your place, whatever. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
So they're having dinner. Then they're talking for a little bit. And they're both kind of like, hey, I can kind of get used to this. Right. So him kind of like them trying to like go towards each other. That seems to be working so far.
It does. It does for them.
So what happens with that? They're having dinner. Then they get a knock on the door, and Tasha shows up. And as he said, she has the gun.
She has the gun. And so basically, she's trying to set it up to say she's going to turn herself in. And Ghost is like, no, if anybody's gonna go down for this family, I'm gonna go down. And that's how, you know, we see the scene, we see it go out, see it close out like that. So, I mean, it's a lot of these characters, like we said, man. It's just so many different things happening. So many people out to get each other, you know, that don't even know it, and people who are aware of what's going on, but they have to wait for certain things until they can make moves. Like, you know, it's like, but again, let's go with the question again. Let's say, who had the power on this episode? Who do we think had the most power in this episode?
The most. Kanan.
Who do we think? I feel like it was Kanan.
Well, I'm sorry. Is he winning again?
I think he is. I think
Kanan is winning.
These last 2 episodes, he's won. Because he's been saying things he's gonna do in order to get what he wants, and he's doing it. He's doing it. You know?
Indeed.
And nobody's the wiser, you know, because people don't fuck with him anyways. So they don't expect that anybody else is gonna fuck with him. But he ends up playing his charm with people and make them think that he wants to kind of do what they want to do or whatever, and then he gets his way in the end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you do business with him, you'll probably get what you want first, but then later on you're fucked. Because he's probably going to take you out because he's like, no, you helped me get this, and you probably could be liable to tell him or something. So, you know what? Let me get rid of you too.
So if you're the person that gets rid of, you don't have the power. Yeah, you don't have a life.
Yeah, oh, man.
What else we got, man? There's a little bit more we could talk about.
Yeah, man.
So who's the lady that we always see at the end of the show that gives like the reviews and like talks about the episode? So what she also said was when it came to Power and Tate, what she said was that when Ghost is in the right mind frame,
he can like do anything.
He can do anything.
Yeah, we saw that.
And we saw hints of that, how he got Tate. Yeah. I think it's called blackmail. But Tate's a piece of shit and we don't really care. Yeah. Nobody's playing clean, man. Yeah, like shit is so real in the show.
Game, man. It was good to see him back on his game.
And he was real subtle. He's like, I'll keep in touch, James. Yeah. Grabs a little jacket, puts it over his arm, then he walks and leaves.
Yeah, he's like, I know you will.
I know you will.
See, James is like slowly getting back into the groove of doing it.
He needed this for this episode. He needed it.
Yeah, because he was wilding out.
No power. No power, Ghost.
He had no
power, James.
Power immensely. Like every second of every episode was like just more power was just draining from him. Yeah, but he was going through a lot. You know, the mourning of his daughter, you know, and all the stuff that was surrounded by all that stuff and trying to get away from the life and thinking he was doing right. And, you know,
and the whole project that's going on with Tate, that whole thing.
That last episode was a realization episode for him. He realized that he had no control over what was going on.
He had no power.
You know, no power. You know, indeed.
He
was powerless.
Indeed.
Powerless.
Oh, see what I did there? And that's why he went to the Reverend. See what happens? See, but anyway, but that's what happens.
We're dropping jewels for these people, man. Like, man. We're giving assists. We're giving assists. Good episode. Really good episode. All right, let's talk about what is going to happen next episode.
I'm in for next episode.
Predictions. What are the characters going to be doing? What could happen? What's going to happen with Tariq? What's going to happen with Tommy and Teresi?
I remember.
Go ahead,
a
please.
Glimpse from the preview, man, where Tariq is hopping out the car with.
He's got a strap.
Yeah. He's got a strap. He's got a strap, and he's shooting at somebody. And the conversation before was, you're not really a gangster until you shoot somebody you love, and that's what Kanan was telling him. So, who's he shooting at? Right, is what I'm shooting in my head.
Wow, who could that be?
But I mean, it could be unrelated. You know, maybe it was they just clipped that together to kind of get the excitement up.
Oh yeah.
But it very well could be a very important part.
I don't think it's some like a family man. I don't think he's trying to kill Ghost.
No.
I think it's somebody that he cares about, like Dre.
The list of characters is kind of
my prediction.
Or maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a friend. You know what I'm saying, from school, or somebody he grew up with, or somebody he knows.
Only other person I could see if that's the case is that girl that he was messing with before that could tie him to Ray Ray. You remember her?
Yeah.
Cousin? Ray Ray's cousin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We haven't seen her at all.
We haven't seen her at all
this season. I don't think
she could tie him to that.
That is true.
Me keeping that in mind.
That is true.
Huge potential spoiler by DB Ill. Huge potential spoiler by DB Ill.
I'm putting mine on Dre. He's shooting at Dre for Kanan.
Oh, and also when they showed the trailer, they showed when Tommy was like in the alleyway with like a hoodied up and Dre's walking by, and it made it seem like
like he was gonna catch him.
Tommy was gonna do something to Dre.
I don't think.
I'm wondering. You know,
it could get interrupted.
You know what?
The
remember when we first started and we did the first episode and predictions and everything like that? I felt like maybe there was a possibility that Drake could have died in the first episode. Well, now that he hasn't, I feel like he definitely is going to make it through to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's been alive too long. There's too many different things that he's involved in now. And he's actually like, it seems like him and Ghost might actually be like working together for real.
Which happened in this episode.
You know, they did. So in a way.
Yeah, but his part didn't go through.
It didn't go through, so that could definitely. See, Kanan is setting this stuff up too. He knows, like, if he puts these situations where people don't get what they want or do what they need, like they'll, like he said, that's why I think he told the Serbians that, like, hey, Ghost and Tommy will take care of each other.
It didn't go through, so some that's gonna cause some sort of beef somewhere. You know what I mean?
Do you think something could happen in the next episode where, in this episode, like Ghost and Dre were kind of like neutral as far as like business? Do you think something can happen like between when we saw the one preview clip of Tommy about to maybe attack Dre, maybe something happens, like maybe Tommy's trying to attack Dre on his own, or Ghost wants Tommy to attack Dre or take him out, or maybe something will happen from Ghost and Dre being okay to right back to, we got to get rid of motherfucking Dre, man. We got to get rid of this dude. Like, that's possible.
Well, I think because of that deal not going through, Ghost is going to be pissed, you know, by Dre not being able to hold up his end. When Ghost sees that Serbian guy is still alive, he's going to be pissed, and he's going to go back after Dre.
He might think like Dre fucked him.
Yeah, Dre fucked me. So, Tommy, we got to get him. Just me again, my mind works like this. So, that scene where you were saying with Tommy coming around the corner, I believe that car pulling up is at the same corner, the same street. And again, Tariq is gonna get the shot off first. Remember in the episode where they killed Ray Ray, Tariq, everyone was there, but Reek was there first. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could be. But the only thing is, I thought the scene that I saw where Tariq got out of the car and had the gun in his hand, it looked like it was kind of daytime.
It was.
Both scenes were daytime.
With Tommy and Dre, it was nighttime. It was nighttime.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, it was nighttime.
I thought it was daytime.
No, it was at night.
But I mean, Tariq is definitely going to be pulling the trigger on somebody. It definitely looks like that's a.
Indeed.
That's when that's a nice ass beat.
Thanks, sir.
That looks like a definite thing that's gonna happen. That Tariq is definitely gonna pull the trigger on somebody.
Oh shit, that's our boy.
Oh yeah. What's going on, man? What's up?
So the predictions, the whole hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for checking us out and shit.
Yeah. So
the whole scene with Tommy and Dre, that whole part could be at a really big climax, like a breaking point. It could be Tommy about to maybe do the hit if that's what he's supposed to do, then stop. It could be interrupted by someone else trying to kill Tommy or kill Dre, or
get him.
One of the main things we've been talking about for this season's predictions is Dre's timeline of when he's still alive and in the show.
Borrowed time, if you ask me.
He's on borrowed time.
We were talking about, we gave predictions the first few episodes. He'll make it to the mid-season. He'll make the whole season. Yeah. It's still, and it's with the status of who's being cool with with ghosts and stuff. It's making it kind of like, okay, when he thinks he's about to die, okay, he's probably safe for a while, or who knows when that might even come back up again. Like they're even like really big fans like we are. It's like they're throwing us curveballs or giving us.
This isn't a prediction or anything, but I am interested to see. What is Alicia gonna think when she finds out that Diego was killed? She
was cool with it. He said that.
I know, but we'll see. Like, is she gonna follow through with all the things she said? Like, I mean, what is her part gonna be? Really, I mean, she might have said she's
like,
cool
what is she gonna really do?
Yeah,
like,
she's
really
back up her
do.
word. Is that what she's gonna do for real? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I do want to see what she's gonna do. Who else? There's got to be some other people I feel like that weren't in this episode, or we just didn't see as much of them. That special prosecutor, or not special, the NYPD police officer, the one that's been trying to catch Valdez. That other
the one looked like Latino cop.
Yeah,
her.
Oh yeah.
And actually, when they were in the car, when Angie and Tommy were in the car, I thought that was the name she was going to actually give up at first. My first instinct name was going to be her and not John Mock.
Yeah.
Hey man, we didn't mention anything about the car conversation before Teresi and Tommy got busy with the guy in the car, Romano. they had a conversation where
the dude was in the back seat. The dude was in the back
Oh,
seat.
yeah,
Let's talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? We mentioned that he got everything he needed.
They go down. Tommy goes down the list of people that he fucked up, killed, or nearly killed doing business. And then I think you called out first. Yeah. So dude in the back was like, it's almost like he was linking it if it could have been one of his people or something that he knew about, or because Tommy literally went down the list telling Teresi the shit that he did to people. Like, I threw this guy off a bridge, and then I shot him, or I burnt this guy, and then I shot him.
I ran over this Dominican guy twice.
Surprised he didn't die.
Like he literally went down the list, and it's so fucked up. Like the whole stuff with like him and Teresi doing like the torture scene, and then riding around in the car, like how they're getting a kick out of explaining how much fucked up shit they do to people, man.
Yeah. Silver's probably gonna die too. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, if he ran away on some like, you know, I got to get away from this. It's just like what.
He's gone. He ain't gonna die. He out.
No, he just out.
Made sure he wasn't gonna die.
He kicked rocks. He kicked rocks. He's wow.
Yeah, he might.
Okay. So talk about. All right. So that's a good one. So what do we think we'll see Silver next episode? Or will we mention him at all? Will Tasha mention him? Maybe so. Ghost will.
I definitely do because he was a big part of why she went and got the gun. You know, to like.
But but see, Proctor is back in the scene. So
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Silver. Proctor's gonna do something about it,
right?
Because see, Proctor don't have to say that he saw her do anything with the fucking weapon and blah blah blah. You know, and lie about it. So I think Proctor's gonna be on the side.
All right, so with the curveball, did you expect that when Ghost talked to Silver, that next time we see Tosh trying to get in contact, that he would just be gone? Did you guys see that coming?
No,
I did not either. Not at all.
Not expect that.
No way.
My thoughts were that he was going to try to set something up to try to get her away from that situation. Like he was going to have some other plan or something to like, hey, Tasha, I got this other way we can do this or something. Like you need to get away from him. Like. He just said, "Nope, I'm go. No, it's too confusing now."
It's kind of fucked up. Is it too soon? But I mean, he kind of already got some, so he can kind of just like on that note, he can kind of just he already got some. He just got some. Remember in the scene where everybody's getting some? He's like, I got it one last time. I can kind of leave now. Is it worth me staying to do this?
Dirty game.
Dirty game.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh.
And Tommy's mom showing up.
Oh, that scene. Oh man. Yeah. So was it when Sax and showed up, and then they're like, good afternoon. She's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's how they say hi to each other. That's how you say hi.
When Tommy's the mom with the red hair, not his mom.
Yeah.
His mom that had him, but not red. Like whatever, man. I don't know. Tommy got a confusing ass fucking situation going on in his life right now.
Oh my God, does he ever?
I don't. What's the beef so thick about between the mom and Connie like that? Like, I know there was an affair. I get it. I get it. But it's
must have been some shit between
them.
It
had to be real thick. I mean, I wish they would go back into that and show some like flashbacks and some shit.
Yeah, right. They'll probably get into some stuff like that.
Yeah, because that whole part with Tommy and his fam and everyone, they're all not straight arrows at all.
Everybody's got some dirt on them.
Oh my goodness, do they ever? So what else? I mean, that's about.
I think that's the biggest part of everything, man. You know, I feel like we could definitely we could talk about this for another hour, but it's a lot of things that are going on. We're seeing all these characters expanding and coming together, all their storylines weaving in and out of each other. And
I was kind of surprised that Tommy and what's Lala's name? Keisha, that they're actually like, it seemed like everyone kind of got along, like Tommy and Keisha, and then the whole like
Tommy's situation seemed forced, or like I don't know, like Tommy seems
I like this too.
Tommy was like he was like really attached to the fact that now he feels like him and his dad are like cool now.
Yeah.
So like whatever his dad is saying, he like goes with. So like them saying like, yeah, you should bring her around, you should bring your girl. Da, 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 da. I think Tommy just was like, the girl, I should do that. Yeah, before he had no idea. He still doesn't know. He's doing this. I don't think that he's honest about this.
I don't think he knows how to feel, man. He never had this type of environment before with people feeling like a family. You know what I mean? He's got his dad, man, and then Connie's acting all, bring your girl over. Like, they don't know Tommy. Tommy don't know that, but he I don't know.
Yeah, he in it though. He's going hard body for Keisha right now. I mean, I don't blame him, but I'm just saying, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that shit it was weird.
All right, so we're almost wrapping this up. Since Kanan has the power,
he does.
What is he doing next episode?
Taking over everything.
Everything.
He's like, while y'all was over there fucking, everybody trying to get their fuck on, I'm over here taking shit over. Handling business. Real power shit.
Business.
Y'all out here like, oh yeah, oh baby, oh fuck yeah. He's like, oh yeah, well watch this bitch. Kill, pow, pow. 2 people dead. And I took some shit over.
Yeah. All right, man. So I think we're about to go ahead and wrap this up. This is Beat Is the Rockstar, part of Super Obvious. Please subscribe to my channel. There's more content all the way.
This is Werds Illah of the Werds Illah podcast. You can subscribe to my channel as well. And that's it.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah.
I don't know. I was just playing.
Yeah, so we will be here. So Power is coming on again next week. Pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
All right, guys. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.